Room 3 at Yaldhurst Model School in Christchurch undertook a science unit at the beginning of Term 2 in 2010. The unit was called "What Sort of Animal Is That?" and it covered the big idea that all the animals within one group of living things share a number of features.
In our early discussions we had some help to think about things animals have in common, including a really strange looking cow. Mr. Mitchell gave us a quiz to see how much we already know about animals. Some people knew a lot, some not so much. Next we tried to think about the questions that scientists ask. Dr. Bunsen from the Muppets was a big help. But only because he helped us work out what not to do. During our early tests, we found that there are different questions that scientists use to discover different things. So we brainstormed the sort of questions we might like to have answered during our science unit. Mr. Mitchell gave us a whole pile of pictures of different things, and we had to identify which things were animals and which were not animals. We then had a good look at the pictures and tried to think about what rules we had to use to work out which were animals. In other words, we tried to identify what animals do that non-animals don't do. We then went on it and checked out our thinking. The next day we decided on our final look. We agree that to be an animal a thing must do all the things that animals do, not just some of them. Then we spent some time as a class discussing how we could group animals in categories.
We then talked about things like the number of legs an animal has, whether it could fly, if it could swim, if it had hair, if it laid eggs, and the animal's habitat.
We then took our animal photos again and tried to group the animals based on one of those categories. We found out that some groupings were more helpful than others. We sent people from our groups to become experts at different animal groups. One person learned about fish. Another person learned about reptiles. One learned all about birds.
And the last person learnt about mammals.
Then these experts came back and taught the rest of us in our group about the type of animals they learnt about. Mr. Mitchell then gave us a quick test on what we had learnt. I got most of mine right. Mr. Mitchell read us The Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson. In the book, the male lives up in the material animals, and she describes it to the other animals. The next day, Mr. Mitchell told us about some situated some animal tags. He showed us some animal treasures he has collected, including a dung beetle and a porcupine quill. Next we learned about decision trees and how they help us to make decisions. We then tried using a decision tree to work out what group some animals belonged to. For some reason it didn't work very well, so we stopped doing it and tried the next day. Mr. Mitchell thought of a better way to do the task, and our second go at it was better. Mr. Mitchell then let us look at the quiz we took earlier. He said we can change our answers if we want to. We found we knew more answers now. I changed some of my answers. The final thing we did was a field trip to Wollongong Wildlife Park so we could see a whole lot of animals close up. We were able to say what sort of animal most of them were. We didn't see any gruffalos.
What a shame!